Hello and welcome back to Bookish and welcome to my Saturday Hodgepodge, which is a day late. Today is actually Sunday when I'm filming this little Hodgepodge video, which I'm just doing for the sake of consistency. I went to see my mom a little bit unexpectedly last week. I went on Friday, came back yesterday. On Saturday, I was planning on going after the 4th, but I broke a tooth and I'm having oral surgery next week, and I didn't know when I'd want to go see my mom after that. So I ran up there, and that kind of threw off the Saturday Hodgepodge schedule. But I just wanted to kind of step in here and do a real quick Hodgepodge, wrap up my reading for the week, and talk about, I think, literally just one more topic. So this week I finished 2 books, more or less this week. The first was Pet by Akweake Emeiz. This is a book that really kind of surprised me. I had been going to read a different book by Emeiz, and I've been in a reading slump, and I was looking for something that was maybe a little bit lighter. Not exactly sure. I found it by reading Pet, but Pet is feels like a work of fiction that's written for younger readers. It involves a young trans girl living at home with her parents, who has who lives in this kind of world in which, you know, evil apparently has been eliminated, but it comes back, and she and her friend and her parents and this kind of monster type creature have to kind of set things right and to put an end to this new evil that's resurfaced in their community. So it's kind of set in this utopian world, which ends up not being so utopian. It is kind of like, you know, light horror, science fiction-y, I think, for the most part, and I liked it. I thought it was really, I thought Emeiz had done a really great job at kind of working all kinds of inclusive characters and ideas into the book in relatively subtle ways. Only occasionally do you go, oh, you know, maybe you're trying a little bit too hard here, but the story was good, the characters were good. I thought the depiction of the fine line between good and evil was excellently done. And so on the whole, I liked it. It's definitely not going to be among my favorite works by Emeiz, I don't think. It's certainly not above Freshwater or The Death of Vivek, which is my favorite. But, you know, a good book, and I think worth reading. I believe there's another book out that's kind of a part of the series that Pet started. I think it's called Bitter, and I'm probably going to end up reading that at some point. So the second book I read this week, I just finished it this morning, is Razorblade Tears by S.A. Cosby. I had just seen Gareth over at Books, Magic, and Other Things, Books, Music, and Other Magic, that's it, I think, talk about this as part of his mid-year Freak Out wrap-up tag. And so I thought, you know what, I'm going to do something different. I'm not just going to say I'm going to read the book and then hopefully remember to get it at some point. I'm actually going to go ahead and get the book. I was able to find it through the Libby app and read it on my Kindle, and I read it in about, well, 2 days really of serious reading. I drove yesterday, so I didn't do much reading yesterday, and it's just excellent as a thriller, as social commentary, as a crime novel. It's just excellent. I can't help but think that it owes something to, you know, the work of Chester Himes a little bit, but far more nuanced and subtle, I think, in its approach to and dealing with issues that exist in the United States today, in the world today. And I really thought it was great. So much caught up in the story and the characters that I'm not sure that, you know, I'm able to assess it completely fairly, because I'm still kind of on that high of having read a book that was really engaging and really fun. But if you haven't read Razorblade Tears, and you can handle a book in which there is a lot of violence, and in which there's a lot of other kind of stuff that might be triggering, I think S.A. Cosby's Razorblade Tears is just an excellent book, and, you know, Gareth is definitely right about it. So that's the book news that I had. The other thing I wanted to mention, and I put up a short yesterday because I knew I would be out of town, that is the Stygian Collection, an anthology of stories written by booktubers, published by people who have a presence in the booktube and the authortube community. Holly Rhiannon and Paveo have started a small publishing company called the Stygian Society, and they published this collection, and it came out yesterday. I have a story featured, not featured. I have a story in the anthology, as do a lot of other booktubers you know. I'm going to leave a link to the Stygian Society or the Stygian Collections video that Holly did down below, so you can get a look at it. If you want to support, you know, a small brand new publishing house trying to publish independent works with a focus right now on booktuber, authortuber type authors, I think is a great thing to go. Plus you get to read my first ever published work of fiction, which I'm really excited about and really appreciate the opportunity. Can't wait to get my hands on my own copy, which should be on its way now, but they are available for sale. I'll leave a link to the video Holly posted yesterday and a link to where you can buy, I believe, a copy of the Stygian Collection down below. Like I said, I just want to step in and make sure I'd done the video the weekend, kind of explaining where I was, what I was doing. And so, you know, that's it. I look forward to comments, anything like that you want to say in the comment section down below. I always appreciate those, and as always, thank you for watching.